Hello and welcome to my webinar. My name is Renee Mill. I'm a clinical psychologist. I work and live in Sydney, Australia. I'm so excited to have this opportunity to talk to you about my unique offer. This is an offer I'm making to psychologists and to counselors, and it's something that has been many years coming, and now really I feel ready to work with other people and share with them some of the exciting parts of my journey. What we're going to be doing is chatting for the next 15 minutes. I'm going to be telling you about myself and what it is that I do and how I have reached this point, this pinnacle of my career. I'm going to be telling you the solutions that I have found to the common problems that counselors and psychologists face, both in practice and on their jobs. I'm going to be giving you details about this unique offer that I've put together, which really involves a private mastermind group, and I'm going to hold your hand through this whole process and tell you exactly how it all works, so you will end this webinar hopefully with no questions. Now, what I've decided to do is put together a group that, because it's enabled by Skype technology, can take place wherever you are. I have run many groups, very, very powerful and exciting groups of like-minded psychologists and counselors, and I know the power of a group. I know that it is exponential. I know that group IQ is much higher than the sum of individual IQ. So 1 and 1 in a group becomes 5, and I'm now wanting to offer this to people no matter where you live. Let me just give you one example of somebody who joined one of my groups. I'll call her Diana. She was a woman who was a psychotherapist, and she specialized in conflict mediation. And to be truthful, I don't think I've ever met anybody as competent as she is in her field. And she opened a private practice, and she got a few clients, and that's where she sat. She sat with clients 8 to 10 a week, and it felt like no matter what she did, she wasn't able to grow her practice. She joined my one group, which was a supervision and peer group support, and within a few weeks she had networked, she had got some great ideas, she got herself out there, and today she has a very large conflict mediation practice. So I would love to help you fast track your success. I would like to bring you where I am, but in a much shorter space of time than it's taken me. I'd love to help you increase your options so that whatever you're doing, you now have more options. I would really enjoy helping you increase your revenue stream. I mean, let's face it, in today's world, who doesn't need more money? And with that comes an improved lifestyle. I'd also really love to help you develop the practice of your choice, because sometimes we like to work on our own, and sometimes we like to work with others, sometimes we like to employ others, and once you have options, you can develop the practice that you desire. So let me tell you a bit about myself. As I said, my name is Renee Mill. Here I am. This picture was taken about a year ago, and this is a logo that appears on my website, and it tells you a bit about my experience. I'm originally an occupational therapist. I qualified in 1975 in Johannesburg. In 1982, I graduated cum laude as a clinical psychologist, and since then I've been doing lots of different things, which I'll be telling you about, and I'm now really an author, blogger, lecturer, and an expert in various fields. These are my rooms, or the outside of my rooms. This is a building in a very exclusive suburb of Edgecliff, which is in Sydney, Australia. I now have a suite of 3 rooms and a waiting room. This is a more recent picture of me in my office. Here I'm doing one-on-one counseling with a client. And I really wanted to start with this picture and really stress that being a clinician, being an excellent clinician, is the most important thing to me. My patients always come first. And even though I have become a businesswoman and I'm doing many other things, my priority is to give my clients the best counseling that I can. Here is an article in which I'm being quoted. I'm actually called upon quite often in all types of media, TV, radio, newsprint. And this is one article. This is a talk I gave in Sydney CBD recently. It was actually a lunch and learn for a bank, a private bank. I was talking, I think, here about emotion management, and this is something that I get called upon quite often. It's different to one-on-one client work, and of course it's more lucrative. Here is the Anxiety Solution CBT manual that I've put together. One of my specialties is anxiety, and having worked with anxious patients for more than 30 years, I have a formula that really helps them and helps them manage their symptoms in a very short space of time. Now, as I mentioned, I trained originally in Johannesburg. I'm South African by birth, and I set up a practice there from 1982. And when I left in 1997, I had a huge practice. Migrated to Australia, which is a very different culture, and had to start all over again. But the exciting thing was that all my skills, all the things that I had used to build my first practice, were just as relevant and applicable in Australia. Similarly, I started practicing before the internet age, and my skills have been applicable to this World Wide Web as well, because I found that I could really transpose all my offline marketing skills online as well. And so in truth, I have built a successful private practice more than once, first in South Africa and now in Australia. So I'm pretty sure that the things that I do and that I teach are relevant wherever you are in the world. So here are some of my marketing strategies that I've used. I have a brochure. I have a brochure for the corporate world as well as for my private practice. I have an online business where I sell different things, and I also have a website. These are 2 books of mine. I've written 2 so far that I keep as physical products. Many people still like to hold a book in their hands. Personally, so do I. I'm a huge reader and I love a good book. So these are my 2 books. The first book is actually about perfectionism. The second book is about anger management, and I've niched it for parents. Here are some other physical products. These are DVDs. They are all parenting topics. One is actually a parenting course, and again, I have found that parents love to have the hard copy that they can show and watch over and over again in the comfort of their own lounge rooms. 4 more physical products are my audio products. They used to be cassette, now they are actually CDs, but they're also available as podcasts. Now, having said that I love a good physical book, there are many people in the world that are downloading ebooks and Kindle books, and therefore I have adapted my physical books to those versions. But I've also written many other ebooks, and they're quite different to how you write a physical book. Much quicker and easier to put together, and very easy to get out there to literally millions of people. Moving forward all the time, loving to be flexible and moving with the times. I've also developed apps for the mobile phone, and this has also been a very exciting venture because within a very short space of time I had thousands of downloads. I do actually believe that the mobile phone market is the way to go, and that more and more people will be accessing information from their phones. Here is some of the media that I've been approached by: Channel 9, ABC. Just last Monday I was on a panel for an hour with 2 other experts on national radio. Now, Facebook and Twitter. I have to be honest, this was the hardest for me. I sort of had a mental block. I thought maybe at my age I shouldn't be doing it, although now that demographics show that many people over 40 are using these. I now use them all the time, and they are a valuable tool, and it's almost like, if I can say, politically incorrect if one doesn't use social media. Now, having shown you what I do and what I use, I want to get back to what it is to be a counselor and some of the common problems that counselors face. I've dealt with many counselors over the years and trained many psychologists and counselors, and have heard from them firsthand what are the problems that they face. Number one, good supervision is expensive. Every good counselor needs a good supervisor, but sometimes really just cannot afford it. Working alone can be very hard, very isolating. Often, like the Diana situation, we are excellent counselors, but we just are not making enough money. We're seeing a number of people a week for a fixed hourly rate, and we need to make more money. And this is tied to having a small practice. We want to grow our practice, but we just don't know how to. We don't know how to move to the next level. Many people want to make a transition for all kinds of reasons, where they are in their life, for lifestyle. They're on a job, you might be on a job and you want to now go into private practice, or the opposite, you're tired of cash flow problems and want to make changes and get employed. Well, these are common problems with solutions. Perhaps you wish to work from home, your lifestyle has changed. Maybe you like your job, you just want to supplement your income. Or maybe you don't really like your job and want to find a better job. Now, a frequent problem is, how do you stand out in a crowded market? In the area that I work, Edgecliff, eastern suburbs of Sydney, there's a huge number of psychologists. So how do you stand out? How do you differentiate yourself and let people around you know what you do and how well you do it? Similarly, many psychologists and counselors have expertise, but they don't know how to get it out there. They've developed something unique, they do something really well, but how do you get it out to the general public? And how do you do it in a way that doesn't cost a fortune? Well, if you can relate to these problems and you have no idea how to build your reputation, online or offline, you can choose. I can help you. If you are struggling with social media, this mastermind group will help you. So what are the solutions? When you join my group of like-minded counselors, first of all, you will remove this isolation that I mentioned before, and you will be part of a group, and you'll be able to access their knowledge and support anywhere and anytime. You will be able to improve your counseling skills. As I said earlier, this is a priority and should be a priority. And you can do that by having access to my expertise, but also access to the expertise of others, because we all have valuable things to contribute. The big thing is, this is not fixed. It's not a fixed place and it's not a fixed time. Because of Skype technology, you can access the group anywhere, anytime. You'll be able to grow your practice if that is your wish. And you can build your reputation. You can learn how to do this online and offline, whichever you choose. You can build your own brand. And with that can include publishing, self-publishing, developing your own products, and marketing yourself. And don't be put off by these words, because I know for myself, I wasn't trained to be a business person. I was a clinician. I wanted people to call me and book an appointment. But I pushed myself out of my comfort zone. And you might have to do the same, because to become a business person often feels not what a clinician should be doing. But in today's world, unless you do, you are going to stay stagnant with your few number of clients a week, or in a job you don't necessarily enjoy. Building your brand is one way to get out there. And I have to confess that now that I've done it, I love it. Being pushed out of my comfort zone has been such a fantastic growth experience. And I just love and relish the creativity that it's engendered in me. You can become social and media savvy. I can teach you quickly and easily all you need to know. The big thing is, and I believe this is a big plus, is you will have access to my resources. You know, there's nothing like a personal recommendation. And it's very hard often to find the right people Another confession. Don't think I just reached here overnight. I've made mistakes. I've lost money. And one of the mistakes I made was choosing the wrong people or going down a path that turned out not to be a good one. So you'll be able to benefit from my mistakes and access my resources immediately to find the right people that can help you and fast track your success. Now, one of my resources is my Rolodex. This is a private Rolodex. It's not available on the web for everybody. And this is a compilation of people, third-party tools and methods. It's also my design and development resources. These are the people and the things that I have personally used for my success and my business, and I will be sharing them with you. I can help you self-publish if you like, and maybe other people in the group have been down that and have good advice on that too. Reputation building, offline and online development. So this is not going to be a prescriptive group. This is going to be an evolving group where you will be learning things as you go, and you can pick and choose, like a smorgasbord, what suits you. If you want to get onto social media and you need guidance, you will have access to that. So, now you know about me, now you know what I'm offering. How does it all work? What exactly is required? Very simply, register now. That's all that's asked of you right now. Register to start on this very exciting journey to be part of a like-minded mastermind group. When you do register now and you join today, you will receive a personal welcome from me. Again, this is not a digital response. It's not an automated response where hundreds of people will immediately be accepted and automated, and I will manually add you to my private group. You will then have group introductions. You'll be able to meet with like-minded professional peers. You will have access to them wherever they are and at times that suits you, and you'll be able to share growth whenever you like. I make a personal commitment to you that every month new information will be supplied. You will have mentoring and guidance from me in the following form. There will be a monthly case presentation and discussion. There will be monthly information about different treatment modalities, and there'll be a monthly interview with an expert. And truthfully, you too can be one of these people that is contributing information, and that way you'll get known by other people too. Now, as psychologists and counselors, we understand the value of group support. You'll be able to get support from the group wherever you need it, whenever you need it. And you'll be able to share information and expertise at any time. You have to be realistic. There are long-term benefits of this group. Like any therapy or any group, you're only going to feel the benefits over time. It's going to be exponential though. It's going to be compounded, because as the group grows and we share, we're going to get more and more benefit. What are these benefits? One of them will be the opportunity to expand your career in many different directions. And I have to let you know that there will be some surprises along the way. I'm developing various groups, and those will be some of the surprises where I will let you know what group there is, and that group might be exactly the group where, by giving you exposure, it will be really great for your business. So stay in tune, because there are exciting things happening. The other benefit will also be having access to my resources that will really shorten your learning curve. Now, I have put a few rules in place. I believe there need to be in order for you to feel safe. The one is, of course, confidentiality. Even though it's a group enabled by Skype technology, it still has rules of confidentiality. What goes on in the group stays in the group, and appropriate conduct is expected. So, what more are you waiting to hear? Register now. I'm reiterating how important it is for you to realize this is a small group. I'm not inviting millions of people. It's not an open invitation on the web. Because it's a small group, there are only limited places available. Right now, I am accepting new mastermind members. This offer is not going to be open indefinitely. It's available now for a few people. As I've said throughout this webinar, the way this mastermind group is going to work is using Skype technology. So all you need to be part of it is to have an internet connection. And if you don't know, I will be able to tell you how to download Skype. It's one click of a button. This mastermind group will be facilitated by what's called my private Skype room. Again, it's not open, it's private, it's closed. You can only be part of it if I manually add you to my group. I am going to give you a personal guarantee. I know that what I'm offering you is real value, and I know that you're going to benefit enormously. Having said that, let's say you're not happy, you have my 100% money back guarantee. I will return all your money, and if any time along the way you'd like to cancel your subscription, you can do so. There's no time commitment, there's no lock-ins of any form. I want you to be part of my group. I want you to enjoy being part of my group. I'd love you to love what we do together. So take up my invitation. Give it a go. For your success, let's build together. Register now. You can access this group. You can access what I'm offering you anywhere. Remember, Skype technology is now available on your phone. This means that you could be on the train, at home, at work, on the go, wherever you are, lying at the beach. If you like, by phone or laptop, you can access this private mastermind group. Once again, this is a limited offer. It's only offer for a short amount of time for a limited number of people. So don't miss out. Take advantage of this group. Join it. It's a unique offer, and join it right now. I really look forward to working with you, and thank you for giving me the time of sharing this information with you. Hope to speak soon.